Let me ask you something most men never hear from their doctor. If your arteries are stiff, do you really think a pill can fix that? Because that's the trap. Millions of men over 60 are given prescriptions for blood pressure, for energy, for performance, but no one tells them the real issue isn't pressure. It's the pipe. I want you to picture this. You've got an old garden hose. Maybe it's been sitting outside for years, dry, stiff, bent at the edges. Now imagine turning the water on full blast. You hear the pressure, the rush, but only a trickle comes out. Not because the water isn't there, but because the hose can't open. That hose is your arteries. And for most men past 60, those arteries aren't broken. They're starving. Dry, inflamed, forgotten. You can push all the pressure you want with medication, but if the walls of your arteries can't open, nothing flows where it's needed most. No energy. No performance. No clarity. No connection. You wouldn't fix a rusted pipe by turning up the faucet. You'd clean the pipe. Soften it. Restore its flow from the inside out. And here's the part no one's told you. Some of the most powerful ways to open your arteries aren't in your pharmacy. They're in your kitchen. Not synthetic. Not expensive. Just real foods your body still remembers how to use. So the next question is simple. Which foods, and when? That's what I'm going to show you today. 4 real foods proven by science, confirmed by my patients, that can help open your arteries gently, powerfully, and without a single pill. Let's begin. Now let's go a little deeper. Because if we're going to fix the hose, we need to understand why it's stiff in the first place. And the answer isn't just age, it's something much more specific and fixable. It's called endothelial dysfunction. Now don't let the word scare you. The endothelium is a thin lining inside every blood vessel in your body. It's soft, it's sensitive, and it controls the most important signal your arteries need, nitric oxide. Think of nitric oxide as a whisper. It tells your arteries, relax, open, let the blood flow. Without it, your blood vessels tighten, your circulation slows, and the areas that need blood the most, your heart, your brain, your legs, your manhood, start falling asleep. And here's the hard truth. After age 60, your body produces less and less nitric oxide. Especially if you're not moving enough. Especially if you're eating processed foods. Especially if you're stressed or inflamed. So what happens? The lining gets damaged. It stops sending the open signal. Your arteries stiffen quietly, slowly, until one day, you feel it. Your legs feel heavier. Your energy crashes after lunch. Your intimacy fades. And your blood pressure rises, even though nothing else seems to have changed. This isn't weakness. This is biology misunderstood. And here's what frustrates me most as a doctor. Most men are given pills to manage the pressure, but not a single thing to restore the signal. But here's the good news. The endothelium can heal. Nitric oxide can rise again. Your arteries can open not by force but by nourishment. And some of the best tools for that are foods your grandfather probably ate without thinking twice. So let's start with the first one. A bright red fruit that doesn't just taste good, it wakes up the signal your arteries have been waiting for. Let's start with something simple. Something you've seen in grocery stores your whole life but maybe never saw as medicine. I'm talking about pomegranate juice. Not the sugary kind with a fruit blend on the label. I mean pure, cold-pressed pomegranate, deep red, slightly tart, and loaded with one thing your arteries are desperate for: polyphenols. Polyphenols are powerful antioxidants that do 2 things your blood vessels love. First, they reduce oxidative stress, the same quiet damage that stiffens artery walls. Second, and most important, they boost nitric oxide production in your endothelium. Remember that whisper we talked about? Nitric oxide says, relax, open, flow. Pomegranate juice turns that whisper into a confident voice. In fact, clinical studies have shown that men who drink just 6 ounces of pomegranate juice a day can experience improved blood flow, better vessel elasticity, and even enhanced erectile performance, all within 14 days. No prescription. No side effects. Just nature doing what it's always done when we stop interrupting it. Let me tell you about George, 69. Retired auto mechanic. Used to be strong, alert, steady. But by the time he came to see me, he was tired and frustrated. "I don't feel broken," he said, "I just feel dull, like the volume's turned down on everything." We started with just one thing, 6 ounces of pure pomegranate juice, first thing in the morning before coffee, before breakfast. And within 10 days, he called me back and said, "Doc, I don't know what's in that juice, but I'm standing taller. My legs feel stronger. And something's waking up again in more ways than one." That's the magic. Not because pomegranate is a miracle, but because it restores the signal that age and stress have silenced. And here's the best part, you don't need a blender. You don't need to do it forever. Just make it a 7-day experiment. Wake up. Drink your 6 ounces. Give it 15 quiet minutes before you eat or drink anything else. Let your arteries feel what it's like to breathe again. 1 glass. Every morning. For 1 week. And then, you tell me, what changed? Because for most men, this isn't just a drink. It's the moment their circulation says, "I remember how to open." Now, if pomegranate juice is the spark, then almonds and olive oil are the fuel that keeps the fire steady. Let me explain. Many men focus on circulation like it's just about pressure, but what keeps your arteries flexible, what actually allows them to stay open over time, is the quality of the fats you put into your body. And 2 of the most powerful are found in raw almonds and extra virgin olive oil. Here's how they work. Almonds are rich in monounsaturated fats, the kind your arteries love. They're also packed with vitamin E, magnesium, and arginine nutrients that help your blood vessels relax, reduce inflammation, and protect against oxidative stress. Olive oil adds another layer of power. Its unique compounds like oleuropein actively calm inflammation in the lining of your arteries. Think of it like lubricating the inside of a dry pipe, everything just flows smoother. Now let me give you a picture. William, 72. Recently widowed. Quiet man, kept to himself. He came to me with heaviness in his legs, shortness of breath, and a growing sense that he was slowing down. He was eating fairly well: oatmeal, chicken, vegetables. But he avoided fats because he thought they were the enemy. "Doc, I thought fat clogs the pipes," and I smiled. Because that's the myth. Bad fats clog, yes. But the right fats? They heal. I told him to try something new. Every morning, just after his pomegranate juice, a small handful of raw almonds, or a tablespoon of almond butter with a drizzle of extra virgin olive oil. He looked skeptical, but he did it. 10 days later, he called me. "Doc, I stood up this morning, and for the first time in months, I didn't feel like my legs were made of stone." He said it felt fluid. Like something inside him had unclenched. And that's exactly what was happening. These healthy fats were sending a new message to his arteries. It's safe to open again, not forced. Not synthetic. Just supported by food. So here's how you can try it. After your pomegranate juice, have a handful of raw almonds or 1 to 2 tablespoons of almond butter. Add a small drizzle of olive oil if you like, or use it in your breakfast. This works especially well in the morning, but it's also a powerful bedtime snack because circulation continues to repair while you sleep. Think of it like tucking your arteries in for the night with something soft, warm, and healing. Because blood doesn't just need to move. It needs to feel safe doing so. And almonds with olive oil? They whisper that safety, 1 bite at a time. Now let's talk about a quiet hero. A warm, humble bowl that doesn't get enough credit but has helped more of my patients than any supplement on the shelf. I'm talking about oatmeal. And when paired with chia seeds, it becomes a circulatory repair tool your arteries will thank you for. Here's why. Oats are rich in a special kind of fiber called beta-glucan. This fiber binds to cholesterol in your gut and helps remove it before it enters your bloodstream. That's important because less cholesterol means less plaque, and less plaque means more space for blood to flow freely. But that's just part 1. Beta-glucan also helps stabilize blood sugar, which reduces inflammation, a silent enemy of every artery in your body. And then there's the chia seed. Tiny, unassuming but packed with power. Chia seeds contain plant-based omega-3s, plus magnesium, potassium, and antioxidants that nourish the endothelium, calm inflammation, and support long-term flexibility in the vessel walls. You don't need a lab test to feel the results. You just need consistency. I remember Henry, 70. A retired school principal. He came to see me with cold feet, weak circulation, and a sense that his body had slowed from the inside out. He'd tried pills. They helped the numbers, but not how he felt. So I gave him a new plan. Every morning before he looked at emails, before the phone rang, he made himself a bowl of oatmeal. Rolled oats. Water or almond milk. A spoonful of chia seeds. And sometimes a few blueberries or a pinch of cinnamon. Simple. Comforting. Nutrient-dense. After 2 weeks, he came back smiling. "Doc, I didn't realize how stiff I'd become until it stopped. I walk lighter. My mind's clearer. And, let's just say the morning feels like mine again." And I smiled back. Because I knew exactly what had happened. His arteries weren't just cleaner, they were more responsive. The inflammation had eased. The signals were flowing. And when blood flows, life follows. So here's how you can do it. Use rolled oats, not instant. Add 1 tablespoon of chia seeds right into the bowl while it's warm. Optional, a few berries, cinnamon, or a drizzle of honey. Make it slowly. Eat it mindfully. Let your body recognize it as real food, not a rush. Because when you start the day nourishing your vessels, you send a message not just to your heart, but to your whole system. We're not declining, we're rebuilding. 1 warm bowl at a time. All day long, your body works. It walks, it digests, it thinks, it reacts. But night is when your body heals. And the truth is, most men are missing the greatest opportunity to restore their circulation, the hours before bed. Because while you sleep, your blood vessels actually soften. Your heart rate slows. Your nervous system resets. And if you give it the right tools, your arteries begin to repair themselves in silence. That's where these 2 foods come in, tart cherry juice and pumpkin seeds. Cherry tart cherry juice, the sleep and circulation enhancer. This isn't the sweet cherry punch from childhood. I'm talking about unsweetened, deep red tart cherry juice rich in anthocyanins, the same antioxidants that help reduce inflammation in artery walls and boost nitric oxide production overnight. But there's more. Tart cherries are one of nature's richest sources of melatonin, your body's sleep hormone. So with just a small glass 4 to 6 ounces about 30 minutes before bed, you're helping your arteries relax and open, while also easing your body into deep, restorative sleep. And better sleep? That's when testosterone repairs, blood pressure resets, and the heart finally gets to rest. Chestnut pumpkin seeds, the mineral powerhouse for night repair. Now pair that with a tablespoon of raw pumpkin seeds, and you've got the perfect nighttime circulatory duo. Pumpkin seeds are packed with magnesium, which relaxes smooth muscle in your arteries. Zinc, essential for testosterone and endothelial repair. Tryptophan, a precursor to serotonin and melatonin. And phytosterols, plant compounds that support prostate and vascular health. Together, they help your blood vessels stay flexible, your hormones stay balanced, and your heart stay steady through the night. Let me tell you about Carl, 74. He wasn't sleeping well. He'd wake up 2-3 times a night to pee. He felt foggy, flat, and strangely numb in the mornings. We added just 2 things to his nightly routine: a small glass of tart cherry juice, and 1 spoon of pumpkin seeds, 15 minutes before bed. That's it. No pills, no new supplements, no big overhaul. After 2 weeks, he came back rested, smiling, clearer. "Doc," he said, "I'm not just sleeping better. I'm waking up feeling like something inside me turned back on." And he was right. Because circulation isn't just about the blood. It's about the timing. And night is when your body wants to do the work if you'll simply give it the tools. Here's how you can try it. 30 to 60 minutes before bed, 4–6 ounces of tart cherry juice, unsweetened, 1 tablespoon of raw pumpkin seeds, unsalted, no sugar. No snacking after. Let that combination be your signal, your message to the body. Now we heal. In just 1 week, many men notice fewer bathroom trips at night, warmer legs in the morning, more restful sleep, and yes, a stronger presence where it matters most. Because when you support circulation while you sleep, you're not fighting against time, you're flowing with it. And the best part? You didn't take a single pill. You simply remembered what your body's been asking for all along. So now you know. Opening your arteries doesn't begin in a pharmacy. It begins in your kitchen. With a glass of pomegranate juice in the morning, a handful of almonds or a spoon of olive oil, a warm bowl of oatmeal with chia, and a small ritual at night with tart cherry and pumpkin seeds. No prescriptions. No gimmicks. Just food your body still recognizes and quietly remembers how to use. Because you're not broken. You're just waiting for the right signal. And every time you choose one of these foods, you're sending that signal loud and clear: I still care. I'm not giving up. And I'm not done yet. You don't have to change everything overnight. Just start with 1 thing tomorrow. 1 glass. 1 spoon. 1 quiet moment of care. That's how real change begins. And if this message spoke to something in you, if it reminded you that your story isn't over, then please do 2 small things. Play button, comment. 1. If you're going to try one of these foods this week. Play button, share this video with a friend, a brother, or a father, someone who deserves to know that pills aren't the only option. Because sometimes, the difference between feeling stuck and feeling strong isn't a prescription. It's a decision. And that decision can start tonight with 1 bite, 1 sip, and 1 quiet promise to your body. We're still building. We're still here. And this next chapter will flow.